Intoxicated Television. We back in this shit. More technical difficulties. We had people stop by. Fucking, we were trying to get them on camera. They had to fucking dip the fuck out.
Little camera shy, so we're
back. I am Double Z. This is Intoxicated Television, and we are here with
RELLIK 444
for
the third time. Just so you don't forget. I mean, it wouldn't be right unless we did it a fourth time.
It's number 3.
I hate myself.
Fucking episode 3. We keep getting shut down and shit. All right. Getting right back into it. Right back where the fuck we was. So we were talking about Baby J fucking Metal Land.
Yeah, there. Yes, sir. Baby J Metal Land. My bedroom at 15, just screaming. Yeah, that was Metal Land. No.
You don't have to talk that loud.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. I get excited talking about this shit. Okay. So where it started.
All right.
I'm fucking with you. All right.
Hurricane.
Shout out Hurricane.
Yeah, we need your fucking sponsorship. We're every fucking episode.
They ain't paying us? Not yet.
But
fucks with Hurricane.
We fucks with them. For real.
I remember when I drank a full one of those, I was like, oh my God. Usually I'll just sip on one. I drank an actual full one. I was like, oh my Lord. That's crazy. Yeah. It tastes good though. Strong. Yeah. So, Screaming, I figured we might as well touch on that. Like, I started rapping because I knew I wanted to make music from the screaming. I got left off earlier. I taught myself how to scream, just being in my room.
Tech 9.
Well, the Tech 9 was Tech 9's sort of always been there. But he was what started the rap with Worldwide Choppers, you feel me? But Tech 9 was kind of being played around the house when I was a kid too, and Yellow Wolf.
So, do you think, like, was, like, Slipknot and Korn, like, your thing? Like, you weren't hearing it, so, like, you felt like you, like, discovered that shit on your own, and, like, it was different, like...
Definitely with the Korn and the Slip... like, the person who introduced me to it, shout out my older brother, Travis. If he watches this shit, you better watch this shit. No, I'm just playing fucking... when I was riding home from school, another big thing, like I was getting rides before I ever got my car. I would ride home with him every single day, basically. And it was a shit ton of traffic from Sparks to Reno. So it's only a 30-minute drive, but it was more like an hour. So we spent about an hour every day in the car. And that's where I really started falling in love with metal music too. Like Slipknot Psychosocial was the first one. And that's when I told him, I was like, oh, I kind of like Slipknot. But he was like a real metalhead. He's I think like 4 or 5 years older than me, so he's been listening to it longer. He was real metalhead, and I was like, oh, I like Slipknot, and he's like, let me show you some shit. So we'd spend like every day riding home with my older brother.
Oh, shout out to Killer's Confession. We just opened for that shit. Mushroom Head, man. Shout out fucking the
singer's a real ass dude. I talked with him for a little bit. Super cool people.
Yeah, dude was
dope ass man.
His name, man, Waylon. He's fucking he was Yeah, he was real chatty, and he was like real humble, and fucking told some fucking dope ass stories, man. And I guess that when we opened for them, that was like the last leg of the tour, and so they only have a few shows left. But if they're coming to your city, you should fucking check them out, man. Fucking Killer's Confession, they're fucking super fucking chill fucking people. Their whole crew was fucking super chill and dope and
for real. And just to put a capstone on everything, we'll talk more about Jay's past, how he got music. Really, the only thing anybody needs to know: Slipknot, Eminem, Chris Webby, Korn. Those are the main guys. Epic rap battles of history for whatever fucking reason. If we want to go way back, if we're going all the way back.
Why?
If we're going all the way back.
Why we do this?
They gotta know. The people gotta know. I ain't embarrassed. I'm not saying I bump it now. I'm just
saying, like, okay, so how, like, what? You just stumbled upon it? Like, somebody at school showed you it?
What, like ERB? Well, yeah, like, I grew up in, like, prime YouTube era. Prime fucking YouTube era. Vine wasn't a thing yet. Instagram really wasn't. So all we had was YouTube. Everything viral or funny or passed between friends, whatever version of that was during your time, it was YouTube for me. It was all about what YouTube videos or songs
did you have MySpace? Are you too young?
MySpace was before me.
MySpace was before you?
Facebook was just
You
coming.
didn't even know about MySpace?
I knew about it, but no one was using it anymore. Like, that was like my mom had a MySpace type of deal.
Man,
you know
I
what I
fucking
mean?
blocked MySpace, man. That was my shit, bro. They fucking deleted all my shit. I had porn stars fucking like, I had like porn stars and shit. Fucking,
Shout out Mia Khalifa. Shout out.
No, actually,
Riley Ryder.
Oh, this is a great story, actually. Fucking one of Charlie Sheen, one of his he had these girls, I think they're like Charlie's Angels or something. And I fucking took a bunch of her pictures and I fucking like made them look cooler. And I sent them to her, and then she like tagged me in a bunch of posts and shit, and fucking like reposted my shit.
Fuck
and,
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I thought I was gonna smash someday.
Some porn star. Strange, you know.
I was like, you know,
making a little strange music.
MySpace was wicked, bro. Like fucking, you could talk all this shit, like death threats and everything, like. Fucking,
that's how YouTube was back in the day when it started.
We used to talk that shit, bro. Like motherfuckers would be like, "Oh man, you taking these fucking porn star fucking pictures and shit." I'm like, fool. I'm like doing screenshots, like fucking like, man, we're friends now. Like we locked in. Like fuck you. I'm like, bro, there ain't no shortage of ass around here, bro, and like. That was like when this is a whole we're gonna get to the battle rap shit, but this is when I
don't know if we got time today. Jay's gotta get going, but we'll do more.
Yes, we're not getting to it today, but this is gonna be a reoccurring fucking thing, and we're gonna talk about it. We're not in
because it was a big part of where I started.
We're not in battle rap yet, but I'm saying that at that time I was living with Ace High, and fucking I don't know, living. He probably won't say I'm living. I was flopping at his fucking house for like a long time. But anyway, that's when he was like started battle mode and fucking these fucking MySpace. That was my shit. I didn't even want to fucking do Facebook, bro. Everybody's moving to Facebook. I was like, man, fuck that shit.
Instagram's weird.
Because I was fucking rocking MySpace, bro. Like, I was like, dude, I'm saying, I got porn stars and shit. I'm like, I'm rocking MySpace. I'm like, I'm being loyal to the soil and shit. You feel me? Like, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I'm not a traitor, bro. I ain't trying to. And then MySpace fucking, and then I didn't have a choice. And then. And now look at me now, mom.
We doing shit.
Oh, fucking Facebook.
On
Facebook. Facebook fucking celebrity, mommy.
On that Faceagram, that TikTube. I don't know what I'm saying. Am I speaking the lingo?
I don't know. Let's go back to your story. I'm sorry for that.
Nah, it's chill. So MySpace was your shit.
Yeah, it really was, though. That's what I was asking you. But you didn't even have an account? Like, that's how young you are, right?
No.
I know.
I still have my YouTube account from when I was 8, though.
Before your
From when I was 8. I still look through my liked. I still look through my old liked, and I go back to like when I was a kid.
I'm so old, man.
Here, actually, that could be.
My daughter is older than Jay and shit. That's fucked up.
Nah, I'm getting old, dog. I'm getting old.
I used to fucking tell him, I'm like, if I beat my kid's ass, what the fuck you think I'm gonna do to you?
It's good. I ain't never had no that big brother. You know, you gotta have
the fucking big brother bully up in this bitch.
I'm trying to look through I have my YouTube from when I was a kid. I could just tell you, but I don't know how to sort it by oldest.
You really don't have to look at your phone right now. We're in the middle of a fucking podcast.
It was for them. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not checking no Insta Twitters.
Phone. Anyway, fucking Meta the Ghetto, fucking prepare for the allegiance.
We'll pick up where we left off next time.
All right.
I think we should start wrapping it up.
I don't think so, man. Are you? All right, so let's get real.
Just kidding,
so we're gonna come. We're bringing it back. Sorry, I went off on a fucking weird. Okay, so we're back, And so now we have the understanding of your rap, like you did the Tech Nine thing. That was your fucking shit.
That was where I started making my own music.
Yeah, and so
I was kind of going on that whole deep journey of what got me listening to music and what influenced me.
Yeah.
But if you want to know how I started rapping, it was literally that day. My uncle telling me, "Hey, you done Worldwide Chopper so fucking much. Why don't you write your own stuff?" And I was like, "Do you really think I can?"
All right.
And he's like, "Yeah, you rap it good. Try to write it."
I was trying to tie it in with the metal influence and the rapper influence.
So it's weird because they were just like two totally separate phases.
So did you start? Yeah, I know. Like, let's clarify one more time.
Yeah.
Like the metal and the rap influences. Let's can we time cap that? Real quick?
Yeah. So metal, to give it like an age range, was like early high school, middle school, early high school. Just liked it. I'm a misfit. I talk about it in all my songs. Never felt like I fit in. I'm too hyper for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that metal shit just spoke to me. And I'd feel like I wasn't fitting in or I'm getting bullied at school. I would just go in my room and I'd scream to some Slipknot and I'd feel better. And then, but that just kind of helped me feel better on my own. And I never found I saw a path with making music with metal at that time because there was no one in my high school. I went to a tiny high school that fucking no one was making bands. Everyone maybe was into rap or rave music and shit like that. So I couldn't make a band. You know what I'm saying?
It's either one or the other, man.
Yeah.
It's always been that, like, my whole fucking life. I'm either too rappy for the metal crowd, or not the metal crowd, the musicians that I'm trying to work with.
Yeah.
I mean, they're too rappy for the metal fucking dudes, and they're like, yeah, I don't know about that. Or fucking, if I'm with a band, they're like, it's a little bit too fucking rappy and shit. So, like, I've always been on this weird fucking on the fence about, like, but I'm trying to do both of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, like, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, Slipknot, Korn, fucking all this shit. Like, these are the bands I grew up with. Limp Bizkit, fucking POD, fucking, like, and to this day, like, I still, man, POD is fucking dope as fuck. They are, dog. Like, I seen them last time they were in Reno, got an album, got to fucking, like, finally chop it up with them after all these years. After all these years, bro. And I've been, like, following them forever, bro. Like, I don't know. We've never even talked about my roadie days and shit. But we're gonna tap into that shit someday. Like, I got stories.
Lots to come.
Shout out to fucking Seven Dust, man, fucking family, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Seven Dust, fucking like I don't know, musicians are weird, bro. Like, fucking I always be stuck. Like,
they want to put you in genre. They always want to put you in genre.
Nah, it's just like,
but you're like,
it's kind of iffy. They're like, because at the time, like, Limp Bizkit ain't cool anymore or some shit. And they've always been cool. But, like, I mean, like, Linkin Park and all this shit. Like, it's at the time, like,
shout out Linkin Park. My mom listened to a shit ton of Linkin Park. That was one of the ones I heard around the house all the time.
In the early 2000s and shit, man, it was really hard to want to pursue that kind of type of band and shit. Because it was, like, kind of taboo, like, and shit.
Yeah, everyone's like, all the new metal shit's done. But it's like, it's not just
20 fucking years later, and we got our own fucking podcast, and we were fucking rocking motherfucking shows all over the motherfucking place. You fucking,
and people were fucking
20
with
fucking
it.
years later, and y'all fucking, it took y'all, man. Like, I don't know, man. I was just having a conversation with my girl last night about nobody gonna appreciate any of this shit till after I'm dead and shit. Then everybody be like, oh yeah, man,
I appreciate
oh yeah, man, that shit's dope. Like, fucking check out this song and shit. And it's like, man, fuck y'all, man. Like,
we're coming for that bag way before then.
we got some fucking pretty big fucking moves coming up, and not to, it's not no ego. It ain't no ego shit.
Oh no.
But
we tight.
Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers just watch. You ain't believe me? Just watch, bitch. Fucking, we got you, motherfuckers.
And thank you to everyone who watches, though.
Yeah.
We fucking love you.
Don't believe me? Just watch and watch this fucking show.
We show, don't tell. We show, don't tell. But this is kind of like a show and tell. If you guys want.
So we got like, we still got like 10 minutes. So let's reel it back in. Sorry, I fucking went on my old man tangent. Yeah, but YouTube. So YouTube. Okay, so this is the question. Like, how did the rap and the metal tie into each other? And then this is a 2-part question. So, how did those influences tie in? And then you got provoked that, hey, you're spitting the same fucking bars over and over on somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, like...
Because I was just doing it for the speed of it.
And it's like, you need to make your did you say your uncle told you to fucking, you need to write your own shit or something?
Not my, I have a lot of different uncles named David. It's actually kind of crazy, but the one who was living with us at the time, he told me that.
Fucking weird as fuck on camera.
I know, my bad.
Were you yawning and talking at the same time? That was fucking weird.
My bad. But yeah, so it was just, he lived with us and it was like summer, you know what I'm saying? So we were spending every day just like outside, drinking, smoking, and rapping. And yeah, that was kind of like showing different songs and me just doing that shit and him getting tired of me rapping that same song over and over. So I finally started writing. Where that took me from there is I was writing my own shit enough to where I started feeling confident. And then I finally looked up. I wanted to start trying it, open mics. And now we're starting to get into how I met most of you guys, Oz, everyone that I'm still kind of in contact with in the Reno scene now. This is more like the start of it it really was just me Googling open mics and one vision.
This is the story I want to hear.
Yeah, I got you.
This is the content that fucking, that I personally want to know, and the viewers like actually... Like, this is...
No, I got you. I didn't know how far back you wanted to go.
We're getting into the fucking meat of this shit right quick and shit. You feel me?
So, yeah, I looked up open mic Reno shit. And
how did you hear about it?
I Googled it. I was just Googling open mic. I wanted to go somewhere that...
So you're 16?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
And I wanted to go and, like, rap... Because a couple things, I can't remember their names, but there was a couple people in and out of my life at the time who, like, I started telling I was rapping, and we would kind of just gather in my backyard and freestyle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that kind of got me warming up to it, and I liked the idea, but I really wanted to try it.
Oh, you all had like real. A little like freestyle militia or some shit going on.
Kind of, yeah. Just me and some of my friends. Like, some of them didn't even want to rap, but we just fucked around over beats. Just because I was so, like, do it with me. Like, come on. Fucking, like, I was, like, really into it.
Oh, that was the cypher? Was that the cypher?
No, this is just in my backyard, just, like, or my garage. A shit ton. We would just, I used to have kickbacks at my garage.
We're not talking about the Reno cypher?
No.
Oh, all right. This is before.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
First time with Reno cypher, with open mic, hip-hop, all that was, One Vision's, I think that one specifically is ran by Pisco. Shout out Pisco, Jacob Robinson.
He's supposed to come and fucking paint my fucking mural in my goddamn fucking backyard, bro.
Jacob's the fucking homie.
I just sent him
and not just to me, for all the artists out here.
Just
like,
fucking, I literally just fucking sent him. He wanted. I forgot to do it. I literally just sent him an outlay of my fucking backyard that I needed a fucking fence. And I talked to my landlord today, too.
I'm tired. So he's not coming too?
What?
I have to go soon. I was worried. But yeah. So yeah, just quick shout out to them, because without that, I don't know where I would have started, to be completely honest, because that was my best start, bro. I didn't know about any of y'all. I hadn't heard of it. Not for lack of,
that's why I was asking.
I'm getting
No, I'm asking you, how did you, like, so you just, like, Googled open mics.
Yeah. And that's the first result.
Stumbled upon a One Vision event.
Yeah,
obviously,
it's basically the only one and the biggest. Well, not the only, but it's the biggest and the most open. This was when they were doing it. I think the first ever open mic. Fuck, that's hard because I went to a lot of them. My first, I think, was at the park. It was at like a park, and I'll never remember because I was texting, I think, Pisco before, and I was like, "Hey, I want to know how this works. Do I need to like buy a ticket? Do I need to contact you first, or just anybody just show up and rap?" And he was just like, "Oh yeah, anybody shows up and raps." And he was really nice and like was like, "Oh, what do you sound like?" And I think I even sent him some music, and he's like, "Oh, you're really good." Like, no wait, I don't think I sent him. I maybe just sent him some videos of me rapping. Because I didn't have a song yet. I hadn't put out like an act. I wrote songs, but I hadn't like recorded and released. That actually took me a lot longer than it should have. I was spending a lot of time just rapping with people and having a lot of fun doing that. It took me like a few years to put out my first song. But yeah, Googling that, and because it was as big as it was and as open as it is, just if you Google, maybe it's still that way today. If you look up Reno open mic, maybe that's the first thing. And it was real official too. I didn't have to dig. It shows it in like the Google events thingy. So I was like, oh, okay. It was easier than I thought. I thought I was going to have to like search, like find like some.
So what, you hit him up and he was like, yeah, man, fucking come through. Like,
yeah, because I didn't know how any of this shit worked. I was brand spanking new, like never done.
And you're underage at the time.
Yeah, and that too. So I was just like, hey, like, can I, like, how does it work? Am I anybody to show up?
Like, am I going to get carded at the door? And
well, that too. But the first one was it was at a park. It was at a park downtown. I forget which one. But yeah, we did that. And I don't even think I was freestyling at that point. I was real nervous, so I just had a couple verses that I had already wrote. They were, maybe everyone else is the same way when they very first started rapping. You kind of have those first few verses that you really like, so you just spit those as shit done.
Destroy motherfuckers. And
yeah,
shit.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I was destroying, but I got a lot of reactions, and I was never combative. The battle rap came like way after. That was like its own separate journey. I never saw myself battling ever when I started.
Don't skip ahead to
no. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't doing it to like battle anybody, but I liked when people liked my stuff. I liked the reactions. I would say something and everyone would be like, oh, or like, that was really crazy, or really, and I mean, everyone's really loving in the scene, and so they'll tell you did good, but what I really loved and kind of fed off of was that in the moment reaction. Like I'd say a bar or I'd finish something and I'd hear everybody just like, oh, or even silence because they're like, oh, like
did
thinking
you
on,
get
a
tingle in your pants?
I did. Lil J got his first little boner, rapping. No, I'm just playing. Popping.
All right, so let's.
So yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Let's break it fucking down for anybody that's been watching this long, or if they're just tuning in. You were doing your thing. You
doing
got
Worldwide Choppers over and over, just doing all and Rap God. And then I used to be able to do all of Rap God.
People were like pumping you up, like your family and stuff. Uncle was like, "Yo, bro, you need to start writing your own shit." People at school were telling you, "Hey, bro, like you gotta write your own shit."
Straight up.
And so you ended up Google and finding open mic. Yeah, and fucking.
This is after I had been rapping for a little bit.
And get attached with these guys, right? Correct?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like after they told me to start rapping, shit, I did for a few months.
Where does this lead? We're almost out of time.
Okay, so where it leads is basically like I did the open mics, and I mean we'll go more in depth on it.
How many do you think?
In the dozens for sure. Like there was a stretch. I don't know if you remember. Like I was bringing the speaker out, and I loved it. I would bring my speaker out. I was like setting them up each day, each week.
I didn't do any of those.
No, it's chill. But I was like the one who's kind of
Pisco's there
for a solid like 6 months. I was one like starting it every single week. Like I go out there with my speaker and I just start, and not just me. Like Yaka Y'all, shout out Yaka Y'all, Eric, Inky Ills, fucking all those guys. I'm missing some people. Jacob Green, you know what I'm saying? We got to be quick, but there's definitely a lot of people. It wasn't just me, but I remember just going out there with my speaker and I would just start playing a beat and just wait for people to gather around. And I did that so fucking much that I started getting introduced to guys like you, Dialect, Inky Ills, people with studios.
You did not meet me yet.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm trying to wrap it up quickly.
We're going to talk about how the fuck
I'm skipping a lot of shit. I'm skipping a lot of shit just in the sake of
man, but just go back to you were doing the ciphers and then how, like Did you release a song?
I was doing the Cypher server.
And then people were just saying, "Hey, you want to battle and shit?" Like, what the fuck happened, bro?
What, with getting into battling? That was way after too.
I know. So, like, what led what led the ciphers? What was your next move?
It was like 2 years of doing that. It was 2 years of doing open mics and ciphers and going to the Rack, going to the Whale. The Whale was a big spot.
That's where it was.
You know what I'm saying?
Where I met
you. Yeah, the Rack, the Whale. It was just doing that a shit ton and meeting people. Really, I was terrible about how I didn't want to actually release a song. I'll have to go back and see what year I released it. But Useless was my very first song ever. It was called Useless. And I think that was around the time
Where's that at? For all the deep divers out there.
That one's a hard one to find. I don't even think you could find it on YouTube anymore. Yeah, I think so. Actually, you'd have to go look up, not EMCJ, you'd have to go way back, look up MCJ on SoundCloud, and maybe you'll find it. I want to repost it. I'll repost it just for gets and shiggles on my YouTube. Do you want to
post it on our fucking shit?
Yeah, sure. Maybe one. You know what I mean? And
fucking exclusive. Did you fucking hear
Patreon,
that?
Motherfuckers.
God damn.
No, I'm like,
we got Evil Ash videos. We got motherfucking MCJ videos from fucking back in the day before he was RELLIK 444.
Lil J. I sound young as shit. I sound like a baby.
Nobody can call him the Little J but me, motherfuckers. It's MCJ to you, Mr. MCJ. Like, I'm the only one that can call him that. Because that's the little homie right here, bro.
Mr. J. No, yeah. So I think maybe we should start wrapping it up because it's a long story of all of me being in the hip hop and the open mic. But
so is that where it's leading?
Yeah. But I think that took everybody like how I got there. And that's where a lot of people know me is starting from where I just ended.
And that's what the fuck we're here for, man. Intoxicated motherfucking television. Where in the fuck else are you gonna find this goddamn information and shit?
Exclusive stories,
fucking got
background and behind the scenes, pornstar-myspaces. Where else you gonna get this? Where the fuck up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
pornstar-myspaces. That's what we're calling this episode. Fucking
RELLIK.
Alright, man.
Thank you for having me.
RELLIK 444 Intoxicated Television. Tell your mom to fucking subscribe and your grandma too. Fucking we love y'all. 1111. Cheers. 111.